Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? It's Dean out here giving you an update video on all these baked bean miners, baked bean miner forks, and what's going on. I know everybody likes them, so I'm going to personally put out a video. I'm a fan of the baked beans, the original, the OG, but I know a lot of people, they like the degen plays, so I'm putting this out there for you guys more so than myself, even though it says my passive income journey, but I know this is what everybody likes, so I'm gonna put that out there. A reason why I put this one out today is because there's a new miner out. It's called the Spooked Beans. It's on the Fantom block, but before I get down there, wait to the end. I'm gonna start from the top and then work my way down. Okay, so I'm gonna assume if you're on here, you're familiar with how this stuff works and how to get started, like far as MetaMask, how to buy BNB or Fantom. If you do not know how to get started in general on how to deposit and how to withdraw, how to set up your MetaMask, please come to my channel and then find this video here. This one right here says degen plays of the day, and I go over how to get your MetaMask, how to add the different blockchains like the Avalanche blockchain, BNB, well, Binance Smart Chain, and Fantom and so forth. So I'm going to skip all that and assume you know that. If you don't, please check out the other videos. All right, baked beans. Let's start with the OG. Okay, so I'm going to go over the basics of the baked beans because that's going to pretty much set the foundation for all the other miners. Okay, because since there's forks, they may have some adjustment with the fees. That's pretty much it. Okay, and then there's one I want to point out in case you did look at my updates. There's one that you need to be cautious of because there's some funky stuff in the coding. So let's get started. All right, baked beans is steadily climbing. Okay, more people are depositing BNB into the contract. Okay, we'll take a look at that in just a second. So as of right now, according to the UI, there's about a little over 25,000 BNB that's gone into the contract. That's gone up just since a couple days ago when I did a video. The daily returns is 8%, but don't get that could be misleading. Okay, so daily returns 8%. Yes, it is 8% if you follow the rules for the protocol or how the contract is set up. So if you put $200 or $500 in and you withdraw every day, you're not going to continuously get that 8%. Okay, so the more you eat or the more you withdraw, your daily returns will decrease. Okay, that means you're too greedy, and then you're going to be penalized for being too greedy for eating too much. Okay, just like if you ate too much in real life, okay, you're going to be penalized by getting some pounds and stuff like that, you know, put on in places that we don't want, right? So in theory, you're hiring miners, okay, to go out and get you some beans, okay? And then you're going to get some beans. As your beans grow, okay, you'll find your rewards here, okay? So your miners are going to work hard and get you some BNB, okay? 8% per day, your rewards are going to show up in here, right down here, okay? Every day for 6 days, you're going to come in and rebake or recompound, okay? So you're going to recompound the BNB or whatever token it is, the rewards, okay? And then on the 7th day, you're going to eat or withdraw or claim your earnings in order to keep that 8%, okay? If you do that, if you don't eat too much, then you can expect up to 8% per day, okay? And it also varies on how much is locked into the contract, okay? If the contract is being drained or if there's not a lot of money in there, then you're not going to have as many people working, okay? So just think about if you don't have a lot of, you know, payroll, a lot of money in the contract and stuff like that, if you're paying people, they're not going to work as hard. They're going to get lazy, and you're not going to have that many people that's going to show up at the job. That's kind of like the same thing in here, okay? So the more money feeding the contract, more money in here, okay? And the more money you have in here, all right, the harder these miners are going to work for you to get the tokens. In this case, this is BNB, okay? So you're going to deposit BNB into your contract, into your account. So whatever the amount is, you're going to enter that amount. You're going to bake it, okay? Then the miners are going to get to work, okay? As long as you follow the protocol and how it's supposed to go, you're going to get rewarded. Okay, as long as you don't eat too much. Okay, so you got to stay on the strict diet. Okay, and the strict diet is, okay, rebake for 6 days and eat on the 7th. Okay, like I said, that's how you're going to get that 8%. Now, it's up to you. It is your prerogative if you want to eat, you know, in the midnight, get you some midnight snacks or have a little, you know, cheat day or something like that. But just know that you're going to gain some weight, or in this case, you're going to have lower rewards or lower returns. Okay, that's just the facts, how these miner games work. Okay. All right, so the Defi is 3%, and so there's going to be a 3% tax when you put money into the contract. So when you make a deposit, and then you're going to get a tax if you decide to eat. 3% tax is going to be on there. So when you compound for this particular contract, you're not going to have to pay any taxes. Okay, so tax 3% when you put money in and when you take money out, but not when you are rebaking. Okay, so that's how this particular contract works. Now, here's a referral link, which reminds me, all these projects that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to put the links down in the descriptions, okay? Except for one, well, I'll put it in there, but I'm just going to give you a warning about it, okay? It's your prerogative. Make sure you're coming in here looking at the contract balances. Make sure these match up pretty closely to what it says in the UI. As you can see, the baked beans has 10 million plus worth of BNB into their contract. It is steadily growing. Okay, I'm going to quickly go over this. If you want to look at baked beans to get an idea about all the other ones, because not all of the other ones have as great white papers or FAQs, go with the OG so you can get an idea how it goes. Go to cryptobakehouse.com. Okay, and this is what I'm going to go from their FAQs. I'm only going to hit the most important. Okay, and then just replace whatever I'm saying for whatever the other protocol is. I just wanted you to get the foundations. Okay, so what will my daily percentage be? Daily percentage is up to 8%. This depends on eating habits, the time of day you rebake or deposit, and total value lock fluctuations. Average daily return is 5 to 6%. When they mean by time of day, they mean has like 24 hours lapsed since the last time that you compounded or ate. Okay. Let's see what happens if I always eat. If you always eat, your daily percentage will drop dramatically and will not receive the highest daily returns. Okay, that's the anti-whale mechanism to prevent whales from draining the contract. Okay, so what are beans? Are miners that are hired with BNB and work to get your rewards. OGs know this as beans as BNB. Can I get my initial back? No. So baked bean miners is locked. Rewards is a locked rewards pool. So whatever you put in here, whatever BNB or tokens you put in here, you cannot unstake those. You cannot withdraw those. Those are locked in the system. Okay. You get your initial back over time through my reward section of the DApp. So you'll get that through your daily ROI. What are the fees? Like I said, 3% fee taken upon all deposits and withdrawn from the baked beans miner. Okay, plus your gas fees that you're always going to have pay gas fees. So if you're whatever network you're on, if you're on the Binance Smart Chain, make sure you have some BNB. If you're on the Fantom, make sure you have some FTM, some Fantom in your wallet, or AVAX. Make sure you leave extra AVAX in your wallet, and so forth. So you can pay your gas fees. Is this sustainable? Yes, as long as the total value locked in the contract. Long as there is something total value locked in the contract, then there will always be rewards. The hungry people who eat too much get punished and get lower and lower rewards. So if you constantly are hitting the claim button, eating, and so forth, you're gonna get money out, but it's gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller. And you'll notice your miners aren't gonna work as hard because you eat too much. You're putting them to work too much. Okay, you got to put in something in order for them to work harder. Basically, is how this works. Okay. This is what we're talking about, the best strategy, and this is the best strategy for all of these miners. Now, do you have to stick to it? No. Maybe you'll change it up after you get your ROI back. Okay. So we recommend the initial and tested method as it is written in the contract. Rebake for 6 days and eat 1 day. Now, don't just let it sit there in your wallet and pile up for 6 days. You could, but that's not rebaking. Okay. So you need to rebake 6 days. Okay. And then eat 1 day. Okay, so you need to redeposit those rewards, so it's adding back into your contract for 6 days. Okay, it will compound your investment and receive your initial, it will compound your investment and receive your initial back in 6 to 8 weeks. So your ROI, receive back whatever you put in about 6 to 8 weeks is what you can expect. Somewhere around there, depending on the price fluctuation of the token that you're currently mining. Okay, so 61 strategy, it is 6 days, and you know, to rebake, and then 1 day is when you actually eat. Is it too late to invest? No, the contract is written to provide an optimal entry for any and all users, new and old. Okay, what's the minimum deposit? Minimum new deposit is 0.01 BNB. Okay, and then the minimum to rebate, you need to have in your rewards at least 0.01 BNB. Okay, plus you're going to pay the gas fees, and then there's a glossary. Okay, so that's pretty much how all of these work. Now let's get into, I broke them down by the networks. Okay, so I'm going to talk about BNBs. We got Lucky Cat. Lucky Cat in particular is on 3 different networks. Okay, these other ones are newer projects. Some of them have been released within the last couple days. And the one I'm going to talk about at the end is just within the last couple hours. Okay, so this one only has about 889 BNB in the contract. The difference between, as you can see, it's pretty much identical to the baked beans. The difference between this one and the baked beans is the dev fees. So this one's a 1% dev fee. The baked beans is 3%. So you're going to be paying less when you deposit and when you withdraw. Okay. Now, how sustainable or how long this is going to last, nobody knows. Okay, nobody knows about any of this. Again, these are risks like degen, high risk plays, high risk, high reward. These are like gamble plays. They're fun. You know, you can, you know, make some money off of this, but especially these newer, unestablished, you know, we don't know what they're, you know, what they're about. They're new, you know, baked beans is the OG. So, but if you want to play, you know, you got several, you know, several playgrounds. Okay. Look at the FAQs, check the contracts, join the social groups. Okay. That's that one. Okay. Then you got this cooked rice. This is on the AVAX. Okay, let me switch over to AVAX really quickly here. All right, so this is on the AVAX network. This one, be cautious of, because there was an article on Medium that was saying there's some funky stuff about the coding where the developer of this particular project can rug pull at any time. Does that mean they will rug pull? No, that does not mean that. It's just somewhere in that contract it says that they can. Okay, so be very cautious with this one. Okay, again, if you want to know more about that, go look on my YouTube channel. There's a video just about this particular project. I don't know where it's at. Where is it at? I don't know. It's yeah, this one right here. Okay. So anyways, this one is basically the same premise. It's just on the AVAX. You're going to put AVAX in, get AVAX out, and return. Same strategy as before. It's 8% daily return, dev fees 3%. Okay. Referrals 12% if you want to refer other people. All right, Ruby. Ruby seems to be the king of the AVAX version of baked beans. Okay, they have way more AVAX in there. I have not seen anything for concerns with the contract. I think this is probably like a complete clone or copy of the baked beans. Not to say, don't quote me on it, but not to say that it can't be rug pull, but this one seems to be the one that's a little bit better. Okay. Only thing I don't like about this one is the deposit fee is high as hell. So when you make a deposit, you pay 8%. Okay. And then you've got your white paper up here. Please read that. I can't remember if you pay a fee when you, okay, fees on number 4. I can't remember if you pay fees when you withdraw. Okay. Ooh, okay. So yeah, 8% fee on invest and sell. So you're going to pay 8% when you put money in, 8% when you take money out. Okay. So if you want to earn some AVAX, I mean, it's still 8%. There's still a lot of money in here. It's basically the same thing. Let's go look at the contract. This is, no, that's not it. This is on the Snow Trace since it's AVAX. It's got 1.3 million in there. AVAX, you know, just long as you know what's going on, it's all good. I mean, we pay 10% taxes on drips and what you call it, diamond teams and EMPs. Just letting you know what the difference between this one is versus this one. This one only has a 3%, but there's some funky stuff in the coding. So just letting you know. Just want to be transparent. Take a look at their white paper. They do have a white paper up here. You know, you can promote this, get some rewards, follow them on social media. It has been audited by Hayes Crypto. Check it out. All right, back to Lucky Cat. They're also on AVAX. This is brand new as well. So they only have about 489 AVAX deposited. It's pretty much the same as their other one. It's paying out up to 8% per day. The Defi's 1%, a lot lower than the rubies, okay? So you got to decide what you want to do. Okay, the contract balance, what's deposited in there is going to be a little different than the ruby. You can do all of them if you want. It's totally up to you. But this one's only 1%. So you're only going to pay a 1% fee when you put money in here and 1% when you take money out. And then this, you know, you put AVAX in, you get AVAX out, basically. You read the FAQs, take a look at the contract balance. This one only has 36,000 compared to the 1 million. Okay. I didn't look at the rice. So the rice has, there we go. The rice has 266,000. So, just, you know, keep that in mind. Most of the money is in the ruby, but this one is new. This one just launched. I think it was yesterday. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Spooky Miner. So these last ones are all on Fantom. I don't do a lot on Fantom, and I haven't done a lot on AVAX as well. Let me see. So if you want to get a little AVAX, you want to get a little Fantom coins, you want to get some BNB, that's the way to go. There is another one that's on Matic, but the fees are ridiculous. It's like 16%. So I'm not even going to talk about it. It's like called Vineyard or something like that. I won't even do y'all like that. If you want to do that, go search it. And, you know, if you want to be involved with that, I think that's a little ridiculous. Okay. Like it's like 8% for the, insurance, and then 8% I think for the Defi or deposit. It's just, they're doing too much. Okay, so here's the one. This is the first one on the Spooky Miner. They said it's Fantom. They got quite a bit in Fantom, but Fantom is valued a lot less than AVAX and BNB. We'll look at that in a minute. Same premise. You're just gonna deposit a Fantom in here, get Fantom out. I put a little test money in here just to mess around with it. You're just gonna not rebate, but recompound here and then sell here. Okay, same thing. Daily rewards 8%. Pay attention to the dev fees though. Dev fees are a little high, 6%. Okay, a lot higher than the other. Well, not Ruby, but higher than the other ones that I'm going to talk about. Some of them. Here we go. They fall on the 6 same days week, and then sell 1 day. Okay. So that same thing. So 6 days you're going to reinvest, and then 1 day withdraw. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Check them out on, where is it? Fantom. They've got about $364,000, and you can play all these, and you can pick your own strategy on when you withdraw and deposit and all this stuff. I've done that myself. I mean, I've RI'd on baked beans, so I just do whatever I want to do with that one. And it's, it's totally up to you. But if you want to grow it and sustain it and, stuff like that, that's the recommended strategy. Okay. We got Money Laundry also on the Fantom network. Pretty much the same. They've got, this one has a little bit more Fantom in it. Okay. So you got the Laundry, 8% daily, 6% Defi. I think it's the same as, same dev fees. So 6% to put money in, 6% to take money out. And let's see, what does their chain look like? Is this the chain? Yeah. So about 155,000 in the contract currently. Okay. So, I mean, you just want to monitor the contract, make sure it's, not going lower, but you still can get in it. Not a big deal. You still get, in high daily, ROI. Okay. And now we've got this Lucky Cat. They're almost on every network. I think they're going to try to get on Matic, but right now they're on 3, if you haven't noticed. Okay. And let's connect. So same thing. They're just in Fantom. This is pretty new as well. 8%. They've got the lowest Defis. So I don't know how they're doing it, but it's cheaper for you as far as, you know, putting money in and putting money out. I don't know how sustainable it'll be. If they can do this with just a 1% fee, hey, you know, whatever. You got your FAQs. Let's look at the contract real quick. Not a lot in there, 29,000. So, and that's, yeah, that's about it. That's in there, but it's new. All the Lucky Cats they've only been around like a couple days. Most of these are new. I think Ruby's been around just a little bit longer. And then the new one, the Spooked Beans, okay? This one's going to have more in it, even though it's brand new. And I'll tell you why. So they've got okay, so it's 8%, okay? Same premise as the other ones. 2% Defi, so a lot lower. Not as low as the Lucky Cats, obviously. So your tokenomics. So I'm going to go over a little bit of this because this is where it gets it's a little bit different, and you may want to invest in this one maybe additionally or instead of the other ones. Maybe you want to invest in just the Lucky Cat and the Spooky and leave not the Spooky. Well, yeah, that's another Spooky. Instead of the all these Spookies, instead of the Spooky Miner and the Laundromat, or maybe you want to, you know, the amount that you put in may be differently. So let's check it out. This is why it's different, and this is why you're probably going to have a lot more traction with this one. So they only have a 1% Defi. Okay, well, that's okay. It says 2%, but this is how it's broken down. So there's a 1% for the Defi, and then 1% fee goes to rug insurance to free rugged souls. Okay, so so you're going to pay 2%, but 1% of that is going to go towards the rug insurance, and then the other is going to go to the dev. So that's different. There's no rug insurance with the other one, except for that Matic one. That's ridiculous. Like I said, I'm not even going to mention that one. Okay, rewards can be reinvested and withdrawn daily to ensure the max rewards 8%. We recommend the following strategy. Okay, 6 days where you respook or reinvest, and then 1 day you harvest. Okay. Obviously, this strategy has been battle tested and proven to maximize returns for both the short and the long term. What they aren't saying is in the baked beans contract is pretty much written in the code for it to work that way. So of course it's going to be it's going to pay out those consistent rewards. But yes, to keep the project going longer, and, you know, also anti-well mechanism, it just works. Okay, and as you see, or if you don't know, baked beans has been around like 5 months. It was like 155 days a couple days ago, so it's been around quite a bit. So anyways, that's all the projects. I'll put the links in the description. I'll probably put the tiny URLs in there, so don't get freaked out by that. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right, good luck, guys. Take care.